Welcome back. Since my last video on Wednesday, in the last 24 to 48 hours, the situation has escalated again. We're continuing to see strikes across Iran, including reports of activity in Tehran, with strikes hitting areas near major infrastructure, including locations close to the main airport. Explosions being reported overnight last night, targeting military and industrial sites. It's actually what's happening on the ground right now. And this is not isolated. This is happening across multiple locations across Iran. And this is where things really start to shift, because all this is happening while we're still being told talks are underway. The reality is that this is where it gets a lot more serious. Iran's foreign minister is now saying that some of the country's largest industrial sites have been hit. Major steel factories, a power plant, and even nuclear-related facilities. And he's directly linking those strikes to the United States, saying it contradicts the idea that this is being paused for diplomacy. So now you have a situation where escalation is clearly happening, while at the same time we're being told things are under control, and that just doesn't line up. What's changed today? The deadline for Iran to open the Strait of Hormuz was extended yet again. It's pushed out now to April 6th, even though we're being told talks are going well. So you have to ask yourself, if things are progressing, why does the deadline keep getting pushed back? Is it buying time for negotiations, or is it uncertainty, or is the situation not as controlled as it's being represented, which is what I think. Plus, because at the same time, Iran is still rejecting key parts of these proposals publicly. So now you have talks being mentioned. Iran wasn't even saying that they were existing the other day, but escalation is continuing, and those two things do not match. And the pattern we're seeing now is becoming clear. This is not slowing down, it's spreading. As a matter of fact, we're seeing attacks across the whole region, and things happening in the countries around there, Saudi Arabia, UAE, etc. So strikes continuing, retaliation is continuing across the region. Pressure is building inside and outside the country, and this is no longer contained anymore, and that's a problem. Now look what's happening at the Strait of Hormuz yet again. This is one of the most critical shipping routes in the world, as we know. Roughly 20% of global flows through that one passage, and right now it's under severe pressure. Ships are being delayed. Some are turning completely around. Others are sitting, waiting, unable to move freely, actually stuck inside the Persian Sea with no way out. Movement is slowing down dramatically. Oil coming out of that region is slowing down way dramatically. And that's not normal disruption. That's early stages of breakdown. And once shipping starts breaking down, this doesn't stay isolated. It spreads through energy, through supply chains, through markets, and that's where this becomes a global issue. As a matter of fact, Iran announced today that they are talking about putting up a price to go through the straits, like one price for everybody, but it's a tax. It's a go-through tax, and that's not good. And at the same time, positioning continues. Forces moving into the region, assets are being staged all over the place, not deployed yet, but clearly preparing. Even America is sending even more troops now, and this isn't speculation. There's now multiple reports confirming this from many, many sources. This is being reported across multiple outlets over the last 48 hours. The Pentagon is preparing to move thousands more troops into the region, including the rapid response forces like 82nd Airborne, which were put on standby. At the same time, Israel is calling up large numbers of reserve forces. I saw a number today of 100,000 reserve forces being put on notice. And that's not routine movement. That's preparation for escalation. So let's step back and look at this clearly. Talks are unclear. Deadlines are being extended. One side is rejecting the key terms. At the same time, strikes are continuing in a big way. Shipping is under pressure. Military positioning is increasing. That's not stabilization, that's escalation. And this is where it really starts to move beyond the region. Oil is already reacting, markets are already adjusting, and the pressure is already being built into the system. You just haven't felt it yet, but it's coming because the oil shock I talked about in my recent video, this video that you see on screen, this is exactly how things start. And this doesn't begin all at once. It builds and then it hits. The oil shock that we've already had of an increase of 30% today is now 55% because oil went up even more. And it's exactly during these times when there's potential for extreme turmoil and that I start thinking about getting my portfolio into a much more defensive position. Because when this starts to move, it can move lightning fast. As a perfect example, today oil jumped to $114 and the Dow closed today down 793 points. These things react and they react quickly. If this war stops, great, we avoid disaster, and I'll take that every time. But in the meantime, go watch this video. It really will give you some thought about what you should be doing with your portfolio. I'm not giving advice, but just giving you food for thought about maybe you want to reposition, maybe you want to get a little more defensive in your portfolio. Just talk to your financial advisor. Anyway, this is not a war. This is not just a war anymore. This is starting to affect the entire global system, from oil to shipping to markets. And right now, we're not seeing stability. We're seeing pressure building. We're seeing escalation continue, and we're seeing risk expand across the system. So we're going to keep watching this closely because this is moving fast. And I'll update again as this develops. See, I'll put out a video on Monday, and if anything extreme happens over the weekend, I'll put out a video then. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe to this video. We appreciate all those who have subscribed and all the new subscribers, and help me grow. And I really appreciate it. And we'll see you on the next video. Thank you.